Hey, family. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Man, I hope you're well. It's an exciting time, man. We got a hot topic today. Hopefully, you're tapping in with good energy. I hope you're tapping in with good intention. We are still in the middle of our Eat Well challenge. We have challenged people to lose 10 pounds in 21 days. We're getting some great results. People are losing inches, people are gaining momentum, people are getting these tips. Yeah, it's it's an exciting time. I encourage you guys to continue to tap in. Today we're going to be talking about that daggone scale. Have you ever gotten on the scale and felt like you've been doing all the right things, but your weight is not what you thought it would be? Right? Tormented by the scale is the thing that really, really impacts a lot of people. And sometimes you really don't know what to do. You ever felt hopeless because that scale just continues to impact your emotions, man. I remember getting on the scale one time after doing a major workout, and I had gotten on the scale like 4 days earlier. 4 days earlier, I was lean. I had, lost some weight. I was down on my body fat percent. I was down on my body fat percentage. Everything was cool. And then I get on the scale and that thing went up. And my problem was I had just got out the gym. You ever had that issue? Come on, let's be honest. You ever had the issue where you just know you've been working hard and you bring all your expectation to the scale, and when it don't read the way it's supposed to read, now you mad, now you upset, as you should be, right? Now you're in the space where, you know, you almost want to quit. You almost want to go hurt somebody. You want to talk about your coach. Somebody gonna get this work. Somebody gonna get this work because I've been working hard and the scale ain't doing what it's supposed to do, right? We make the scale, the thing that's supposed to keep our confidence. We make the scale the thing that's supposed to be our, you know, source of motivation. If the scale is right, I'll work harder. If the scale is right, I'll have more confidence. If the scale is right, I'll make different decisions. If the scale is right, and we give so much power to the scale. We make the scale everything. If you ever had that issue, you won't watch what I'm saying, right? Getting on that scale is a risk every time, particularly if you know you you you're already wavering in your confidence. You gotta be able to have confidence before you come to the scale. You gotta be able to know that you were getting progress before you come to the scale, right? You gotta be able to do that. And I want to give you guys a little bit of information. It's gonna help you. Now take this quote down. You want to write it down, you want to remember it. Because the scale is helpful. The scale is helpful. But today I'm going to tell you how to track it, right? I'm going to tell you the truth about managing your weight. I'm going to tell you the truth about the scale. I'm going to give you just a little insight about how to manage that process in a way that's helpful. Why? You're tired of being lied to. You're tired of feeling stuck. You're tired of feeling frustrated. You're tired of being confused by your weight fluctuations, and you're like me, the scale has not served you well, like the way you want it to. And it's time to kind of learn how to do that in a way that's really, really productive. Let me tell you why you need to pay attention, right? Because the scale is not telling the truth all the time. Write that down. Sometimes the scale is lying, okay? Or you don't understand what the scale is actually telling you. Like the scale is speaking in a different language, and we got to help you interpret that. So I want to explain to you what the weight that you get back from the scale actually means. And I want to explain to you how to use that to your advantage. I want to explain to you how you can track your results in a way that's helpful to you and not take the hard route, right? That's so funny, man. I'm imagining someone getting on the scale and having a tough moment and then going back into the gym and working real hard and coming back to the scale and expecting it to change and then going back into the gym. This all happening in the same workout session. That's wild. And then I want to talk to you about the long game. Let me give you this real quick quote here, that success is not about perfection. It's about progress. So if you track it right, you'll never be lost. Let me say it again. Success is not about perfection. It's about progress. Track it right, meaning track your success right, and you'll never be lost. Sometimes you're achieving lots of success and not tracking it. I can go in here all day. I'm not going to. But sometimes you're getting a lot of success, but you're not tracking it right. Your issue is not that you're not performing. Your issue is how you are tracking your performance. You cannot benefit from what you are doing if you are not adding, if you are not documenting, if you are not tracking your performance well. Okay, so let's just keep going. Let's keep going. So here it is. Oh wait, dang! I got one more thing that I should say. But let me go ahead and say this. Stepping on the scale should empower you, not discourage you. And too many people quit on their goals because they do not understand how their weight actually works. When you learn the right weight and you learn to track it, you can gain the power to stay on course, make the right adjustments, and achieve the results that you want. I need you to really pay attention here. So here it is. How do you track your weight in a way that helps you? Number one, I'd like for you to ditch the daily panic button. Man, let me just say this. Ditch the daily panic button. All right. Sometimes we get on the scale and it pushes us into panic. Okay. That means because our weight fluctuated, because it's not what we want it to be, we go into high panic, right? We're like, oh my God, something's wrong. Oh my God, there's a crisis. Oh my God. And we really, it just messes with our emotions. Okay. Um, and so now a number on a scale impacts various areas of our lives, our confidence, our motivation, our effort, our commitment. We take that lesson and we move it into other spaces. Like, so now we're not happy throughout the day. So now anything else that we're committed to is up for reconsideration. Questions like, is this all worth it? And I want to say to you that it is. Okay. So you got to ditch. You got to ditch the panic button. You want to write down, do not panic, do not panic, do not panic. Just don't panic. That's the first way. You cannot track in the midst of panic. So take that one. The second thing that you can do is master the metrics. Like, you don't understand what's actually being measured. All scales are not created equal. There are some scales that cost up with $10,000 because it's tracking so much in your body. And there's a lot of science that goes into that machine. So it kicks out a whole report, 10, 20, 30, 40 features of that report, and it gives you a lot of information. So if they have a scale that somebody pays $10,000 or more to purchase, to maintain, to keep, and it spits out all of that information, and the only thing that you understand on there is the number connected to your weight, can you understand how you may not be able, like, can you understand why panicking from one number in the context of 30 or 40 other measuring metrics might be a problem? Like, can you see that? Like, can you see that? Oh man, if I only read one part of the report and use that as the main thing to give me confidence or to tell me whether I've progressed or not, when I have 30 other options, can you see how you might not be looking at that properly? And so master the metrics, right? And so there's a couple of things that are not on the scale that I want to remind you of. It matters when you get on the scale, not just that you get on the scale. So if you get on the scale at a particular time of the day, your weight will look different. So we try to encourage everybody to weigh yourself at the front end of the day. Weigh yourself at the front end of the day, and weigh yourself at the end of the day, or weigh yourself at the exact same time after you've done the exact same thing, right? Depending on what you're doing, your weight shows up differently. So you want to master the metrics. So when you weigh yourself is important, and what scale you actually use. You want to be able to do that as well. All right. Discover the best times. Get you a tool that's consistent and reliable, because that analog scale is not as reliable, maybe as a digital scale. And then, you know, track your metrics in a way that gives you accurate data. So you do want to measure body fat percentage. You very likely won't be able to do that at an at-home scale, so you may want to go somewhere to get access to that. You do know that weight fluctuates because sometimes muscle weighs more than fat. And so you might have gained muscle and don't even realize it. So your weight went up because you're building at the same time that you're losing, and you've built more in the strength and muscle area than you have lost in the fat area. So the scale is interpreting that. Okay. Last thing I want you to be able to do is make adjustments, right? Stop guessing. Fine tune your decisions, because sometimes what you're doing is not working. So I was really talking about that. Like, hey, when you put all of this emphasis on you're new in the gym and you're new to the nutrition, you're new to your eating, and you expect to get it right because I guess you thought that if you just move your body very simply, you're going to accurately give your body what it needs to respond. No, sir, no, ma'am. Sometimes you got to work to find a method that works for you. Got to work to find a method that works for you, and that requires adjustments. And so panicking off of one number without being willing to make any adjustments, that's crazy. And so I want to encourage you to adjust like normal people who are athletes adjust. They track their weight regularly. They stop guessing. They look at the trends, and then they fine tune, and then they train for maximum results. And so you really need time, right? That's why experiences like these can be really, really helpful, because it puts you on a pathway so that you can look at what your body does over a period of time. Like, you can't judge your body on one day. Like, you can't judge your body on 1 week. You need some time. All right. Get you into something. Don't track your weight the entire time. Give your body an opportunity to get adjusted. Or track it every day and mark it and watch it go. Watch it go. So I wanted to give you that. I wanted to share that with you. And hopefully that's helpful. Okay. Don't panic. Stick with it. You're going to see results. And good luck.